Now, look, I said, boy, stay away from my stuff.
Game over, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens
I don't know where he
now? I
came
don't know if
from,
this is an
but I'd love to
animation
find out.
or if it's an actual like cinematic. It says F for continue. Okay, yeah, I think it was an animation. Okay. So let me go back inside. So can I go inside the hive? What happens if I try to go inside the ant hive? It doesn't let me yet. Fuck, I can't go in there yet. I'm not cool enough to go in the fucking ant hive.
I gotta turn this down a little bit,
Yeah,
Okay.
quite a bit, because that's Asmongold playing Empire of Ants, which actually looks like a pretty cool little game. I just don't have the $40 to pay for it, so.
I forgot to put this in the water.
What is it?
So,
Oh, sauce packet.
for the mozzarella stick,
Gotcha.
it comes with marinara sauce.
Hmm. Oh.
Okay. Here, I need to borrow a pen. I misplaced the pen I had in my purse.
Yep, just 1 second.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll join your stream in a bit.
Okay.
You are streaming right now, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I'll join you in a bit.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Yep, and I'm not wearing the black shirt, one of the black shirts with a skull on it, because I'm taking a break from politics today.
And also the rest of your shirts are dirty.
Well, that's just kind of a more incentive to not talk about it. If I'm not wearing that shirt, it's not going to be a politics kind of day.
And you're not listening to politics today either.
Oh, I don't mind listening. I'll go listen to Tim Pool all day. I'm just not going to do it on stream. I'll sit here and watch Babish or Asmongold. Speaking of which, there's something about the coagulator.
Oh yeah, we were gonna watch that when I got back from going to the store.
I guess Babish did a video about the funnel cake deep fried tuna melt from The Simpsons called the coagulator. I kind of want to try these hot and cold meal things. But I'm a little worried about the price tag on them.
Yeah. We'll have to check that next time we go to Walmart.
Yeah, if they carry them.
They should. Walmart carries a lot of stuff.
I'll see if I can't turn this up a little bit without it.
Cause any problems?
Well, I don't want to catch the audio from Babish's stuff or Asmon's stuff because that's their content, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, if I had permission to do like react videos, or I don't know if you really need permission to do it under fair use, but like I would like to have it as kind of a
It's kind of a
courtesy thing, you know?
yeah. That's what I'm.
And I mean, while I might not need to do it, it doesn't feel right not asking.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish. For this week, we're taking a look at the coagulator from The Simpsons, a dish positively suffused in mayonnaise. And
Oh
I
man.
decided to come over and try it. For some reason, it
It sounds like something that the guy who does The Simpsons came up with
I started to have
just to torment Babish or something.
stirring constantly so as not to scorch. What happened was everything was
Probably
disgusting
did.
and fascinating as I had hoped for. The egg solids and the mayonnaise began to separate and curdle, eventually solidifying and deep frying in their own mess. What was left was the original oil used to make the mayonnaise, a sort of clarified mayonnaise, if you will, which, once the solids are strained out of it, not only smells spectacularly bad, but is a suitable medium for deep frying. So I'm going to render out a whole lot of mayonnaise, haunting my kitchen with the sulfuric stench of eggs long dead, and yielding enough of this mayonnaise oil in which to deep fry. I can't recommend doing this literally ever, even in the most dire of mayonnaise circumstances. Speaking of which, it's time to start building our tuna melt. I'm starting by spreading a little mayonnaise on the bread, which is going to act as a sort of glue for the 4 slices of American cheese, and hopefully lending our sandwich some structural integrity. Next and last, the tuna salad. And because I don't think this sandwich is going to be very good for some reason, I'm just using a store-bought. Call it a sort of coagulator control group. I'm pressing it down firmly and then trying to make the tuna as flush with the sides of the sandwich as possible, so that the batter has a more uniform surface to adhere to. Next, it's got to get wrapped tightly in plastic wrap and refrigerated for at least 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we can make our funnel cake batter, a very simple batter, starting with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons kosher salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, quarter cup of
I'm worried.
I am too.
I'm like distracted, worried. The people on my stream who may or may not be watching are probably looking at my face like, "The hell are you looking at?" Go look up the channel Binging with Babish, and there's a video called the Coagulator from The Simpsons.
Add the wet to dries and whisk until just combined. We're exercising pancake batter rules here. That is, no dry patches, but lumps remain. And I almost forgot 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And what we have here is basic funnel cake batter. Simply drizzle into some 350-degree Fahrenheit oil in a nice thin stream, moving around in circles. Fry for 5 to 7 minutes, flipping occasionally, and you'll find yourself with a carnival snack, classic funnel cake, which, although it looks a little Cronenbergian, is a delightful way to consume 4,000 calories before getting on a roller coaster. Just be sure to hit it with a heavy snowfall of sifted powdered sugar. Leave it to the Simpsons to develop something so diabolical as to use this as a deep-fried shell for, of all things, a tuna melt. So we're going to go ahead and thoroughly coat all sides of our tuna melt, get our clarified mayonnaise at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and very carefully lower the battered sandwich into fat, flipping occasionally and frying for anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. I'm trying to maintain a temperature between 325 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit, both so this thing fries slow and low, ensuring that its very thick contents get evenly heated, and to maximize oil absorption, ensuring that it clocks a 300,000 on the Lothargo scale, and of course a generous dusting of powdered sugar. Let's pop the hood on this puppy and take a look at that cross-section, which is every bit as horrifying and beautiful as I expected it to be, like a mushroom cloud or an oil slick. But what does it taste like? Now, not being a fan of canned tuna whatsoever, I'm at a disadvantage here, but I think I very justifiably spat my first bite into garbage. It's like I always say, tuna should not be a dessert. That being said, I had to try this just to say that I did legally, making a tuna melt sandwich out of 2 funnel cakes. Not much explanation needed here. Got a tuna melt sandwich that I put in between 2 funnel cakes, put it in the oven to melt the cheese and make the tuna warm, and dusted it with powdered sugar. Let's see the cross-section of this thing from the 7th circle of Texas State Fair held, a slightly more visually accurate coagulator. So now, let's give the people what they came for. A big, enthusiastic, I intend to eat and swallow this kind of bite. An action I can only describe as ill-advised. Because
At Sierra, Steve discovered the best gifts at amazing prices for his whole family, which led to another discovery. Wrapping is the real sport. Discover great gifts at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
This is more than a laptop launch. This is a you launch. AI just got personal. Introducing the Lenovo ThinkPad AI PC. That's smarter AI for you.
I might do something slightly insane later.
What?
I'm thinking about making about 3 or 4 of these gem area, the crystal area enemy farms, and linking them all together to the same chest.
Oh no.
we are, of course, going to make it from scratch, combining 1 whole large egg, half a clove of garlic, however much mustard comes out of the bottle involuntarily, and a hefty pinch of salt in a container the same width as our
That
immersion
does sound
blender head.
crazy.
Blitz those together on high power until smooth, and with
I mean, it's not hard to do. It's the same idea as
Blitz and slowly start
the
to jerk the immersion blender upward until you got yourself a smooth creamy mayonnaise.
same idea as the wood farm, but with enemies.
Next up, the tuna salad. Now, this
True.
So what biomes would we need then? You'd need a bug biome
I'm placing these in fine mesh sieve,
of some kind.
pressing them until they're as dry as
Except bugs can destroy things, so I don't
You
really...
would need the walls that they can't destroy.
Yeah.
a half cup. You can always add mayonnaise when you never take it back. I'm also gonna have one rib,
Or not put walls around them, have a pit.
chives, and I've been letting the curd
It's more worried about the drills, because you need the drills to...
Well, they destroy blocks. I don't know if they destroy items.
I think they do.
spice. For the acid, I'm gonna go juice and half a large lemon. For the salt,
But there is a way around that.
mayonnaise starting small and adjusting later. A little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And keep
Well, sure, as long as we can make it so they can't... As long as they can't, like, destroy the conveyor belts, we could just put the pit around them, and then just set cannons to destroy them as they show up,
Yeah.
inviting culinary
instead of the drills. And then just have the conveyor belt slowly drag everything down to...
us a nice sourdough. We have our own pizza salad spread edge to edge. And then the cheese depicted on the Simpsons was extremely
I think the mini oven is done.
less for sharp
Yep.
cheddar. Smooth thinly shave and arrange that on some mayonnaise. The sandwich wrap and again refrigerate. Now for the matter of the batter. I decided to take some inspiration from Indian bread pakora, a deep fried sandwich with an extremely smooth batter. 3 cups of chicken.
Well, they might be able to destroy walls, but I wonder if they could destroy the fossil bricks.
The latter of which I'm adding to play nice with the seafood. Then we're adding anywhere from
That is a very good question. You could find out.
batter with consistency.
That was actually a pretty easy way to find out, too.
Put some down in the bud biome and just watch.
That's desert block.
Pour into 2 quarts of vegetable oil heated to
You know what? The lava block was hard, really hard for me to wreck. So why don't we test that first?
Yeah, you have to explode it to get through it.
Yeah, and my hand cannon, the grenade launcher that you'd found, actually takes like 3 or 4 shots to go through it. So
What about
let's...
your grubzuka?
I actually really
The Grubzuka really didn't do much.
mayonnaise and high quality tuna come together to make something good. Even as a lifelong tuna salad disliker, I genuinely actually enjoy it. And if you're gonna deep fry a sandwich, this pakora batter is the way to go. But if you really want my deep fried sandwich advices, maybe don't deep fry this sandwich. Thanks again to Wild Grape for sponsoring this episode. I tried everything they said. It all tastes really great. I particularly love the sourdough bread. It's convenient and easy to set up a subscription for your favorite breads, pastries, and pasta. Another thing I love about the company is that for every new member,
Yeah, I'm just trying to put all the gems that my mom gave me with the thing into containers.
Mm-hmm.
box plus free croissants and
And I might not even have enough containers for it all.
Well, did you have fun spending time with your mom today?
Did.
Sorry we couldn't spend more time down there. I
It's
just...
okay.
You-
We were back at the house and we had to leave him here because long car rides make him sick.
Yeah, I know. Hims don't like the car rides. It makes him nauseous. Yes, it does. Come here.
Barbie Dream
come here.
Nasty Challenges is an ad for Barbie. Paid for by Mattel.
Thanks for setting up this completely normal dance party.
Because he isn't
And
used to
again,
car
the type
rides.
of life. Barbie Dream Nasty Challenges!
Hims don't like the car.
We took him down to the wedding and when we were almost home,
Yeah, I know.
I'm used to being a famous choreographer one day. Ready to dance just like Brooklyn?
They don't even put the sleeves in these anymore. No sleeves.
today I'm
They're sleeveless. And naked.
Alright, first up, Fox News Alert.
Sorry.
It's the hat
I
trick.
couldn't resist that
Republicans
one.
have officially retained control.
When I was coming up in the financial space, I had such a fear of asking myself. I'm sitting in a class with Morgan Stanley Dean Witter, guy sitting to my left in my class of Morgan's at Mark Hopkins Hotel, San Francisco, because 9/11
Okay, I need a hammer.
World Trade Center, they sent us to their office
Yes,
in San
you do need a
Francisco.
hammer.
You know what the kid thing was sitting to my left?
getting
There was a
close.
new advisor with Morgan Stanley Dean Witter, Ted Williams III. I'm sitting, I'm like, how the F am I going to compete with your market? This guy goes and presents, hi, I'm Ted Williams III with Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. I'd like to talk to you about your defensive strategy strategy on your restaurant. Who would for you? Did you say Iran? Yes. Hell no, you're not coming to my house, right? So I'm like, how the hell are you going to compete with these guys? This guy, finance degree, and then I go in and I realize, no. That fool's outwork, out improve, out strategize, outlast, and common sense. It's very simple. Maybe the political party, if you set aside the left, right, center, and we gave a score to common sense. I saw a clip by this lady, Robert, you can prepare this clip. She's a political analyst. She goes to buy a bottle of wine, and she's talking to the person. I want you to, this is how I feel sometimes. People that are in this business of politics for so long that they think so highly of themselves that they're pompous, arrogant, and blatant. Go look at her reaction, how she talks. Folks, tell me how likable this personality is. Go ahead, Rob.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday bonding. And the holiday toys. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It came off really big. Look.
Together, let's ride.
No cheese left behind.
Did you get the dirt so bad?
What's the matter? Batteries are all the same. Incorrect.
Yes, I had to make that pun.
Different with power boost ingredients inside.
I don't remember where I heard the pun before, but
No, the batteries have.
do you mind getting up to get the last of it when it goes off?
I mean, I'm kind of midstream, but I can.
Okay, so we're closing in on
Oh,
almost
sorry.
5 p.m. Eastern time.
This was election
Tracking
day.
everything
I
that's been
forgot
going
that
on
you were
across the country
streaming.
today.
Just let me know when it goes
The most
off.
important
Okay.
encounter was when
I literally forgot you were
went out
streaming.
to
Sorry.
get my champagne. I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him did he vote, and he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. He's asked me.
Oh, I hate this arrogant woman, and I don't want to talk about politics.
Because I'm gonna be
I don't know why these guys showed up. Oh, I was watching something about Joe Rogan. Never mind. You know what? I don't care if it might be fake content. I don't really care to know. Either. We're just gonna put it on for noise, and it doesn't matter. And no, don't get it twisted. I am not insulting this guy's content. I know that there's a certain percentage of people who actually care about that stuff. I am not one of them. At this point, when it comes to YouTube, it's literally just background noise for me. So it could be the most fake video ever made. It could be made by artificial intelligence. I'm just listening to it while I'm building the base. Or the enemy farm, I should say. Or, I guess you could say in a way, it makes it kind of an alien ant farm.
Ha ha ha.
At least someone got the joke. I regret nothing.
What?
I was referencing that joke I just said.
Oh,
I said, I regret nothing.
I didn't know you were referencing your joke just now. I was confused. I'm over here organizing my diamonds for the diamond art my mom got me.
Yep.
And she just like startled me when you said that. I wasn't expecting you to do that.
I'm sorry.
Thankfully I didn't toss the diamonds like that one time I tossed something when you startled me.
That means you're learning not to get so jumpy when I do stuff like that. That's a good thing.
I know it's a good thing, but please don't do that anymore.
I promise nothing.
Well, I guess that's all I can hope for. 'Cause
But I will
try.
make an effort.
Yeah, as long as you try not to do that anymore. That's all I'm asking. I know you can't promise it because you're you and you do things like that. Sometimes just because. And
Well,
sometimes
also
because-
sometimes it's for content reasons too.
or you just want to see the kind of reaction you can get from it.
True.
Like that one time you come into the room and I go to smack Magnus because he's up your butt and yelling, and I wind up hitting you instead.
Yeah, that was not fun.
That was on accident too. I was trying to hit him, he moved, and I got you.
But that being said, I know
He knew it was coming.
and I know sometimes dogs can do stuff that they really need to be disciplined for. There's got to be a better way to do it.
Yeah, I was just trying to swat at him to get him to shush because it was really loud and it was early in the morning
Yeah.
and I didn't want to wake up yet. So I swatted at him and he moved because he knew it was coming.
Yeah, and then I got whacked. So, but like I said, I really wish that there was a way that didn't involve.
Swatting.
Yeah. Which, be careful about using that word because that does not mean. It does not mean what you think it does in the online sense.
It doesn't? What does it mean in the online sense?
Swatting is a criminal activity where you call a SWAT team on someone's address.
Oh my.
Yeah, and it's usually very dangerous because it can get people hurt and or killed.
Yeah, that's not fun. But
And
yeah, no, I
I
didn't know
hate
that.
I hate it when people, I hate the fact that it's a thing. Because, number one, SWAT teams always have to treat every situation like it's actually a situation that requires their attention. And their version of responding to things is literally kicking doors in, basically. So generally speaking, I think people who do swatting are absolutely repulsive and repugnant. Just on principle.
Yeah, now that I know about the terminology that's used on the internet for that, I do too. But I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's on my list of unacceptable online behaviors that happen. So 9, 10, 11 squares. We'll keep it simple on this one. We'll just make two little pods.
2 pods.
Yeah, because I'm going to have to go get the stuff to,
Do the other stuff.
yeah, I'm going to have to go get the, like, I'm going to have to go make conveyor belts and go get the spawn material for spawning the crystal enemies.
I think I actually had some of that.
Well, I'm going to need a lot of it, so.
Oh, I don't mean the crystal ones. I meant the, oh wait, is that a Nautilus shell?
Yes, and it's in the middle of the water. So, there. I don't know what it's used for, but
I think it's just a valuable. But if you go fishing in the, I think I got it from the lava water. If you fish in there, you can get the Starlight Nautilus. And I can
also,
put
to be clear to the people on the stream, we don't hit our dog normally, but when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and he barks because I'm going into the room from being in the bathroom, it's kind of one of those, like, first thing in the morning not realizing what you're doing things. We use peppermint-filled spray bottles, and that usually does the job a lot better.
Yeah, and when we do...
We don't hit the dog, babe.
Yeah,
Babe.
when... In the early mornings with that thing, we don't typically try to hurt him.
Well, we definitely don't hurt him.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, we miss him and end up hitting the bed or
ourselves.
ourselves or each other. But, like, you know, it's just...
9 times out of 10, I yell at him to get back on the bed to shut him up. And
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. So we're
I try
not
to-
we're not saying we hit the dog on purpose. It's kind of like groggily waking up in the morning and trying to shut the alarm off.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Yes. That to clarify the position on that, we don't believe in striking the dog.
No.
We have other forms of more effective punishment than that, such as, like I said, the peppermint oil and water-filled spray bottles and
Or tapping him on the snout.
or taking toys away.
Yeah.
Will more likely take a toy away, and he usually gets the hint pretty quickly at that. He's a very intelligent dog.
Yeah. Like that time with that one bone that I got him when he finally broke it in half. I wound up taking away the little nubs, and
The only time I've ever struck this dog physically was because he bit me. And that is because he is part blue heeler, and blue heelers as a breed, they try to nip at your feet because it's what they're trained to do.
And he's currently taking a nap.
Yes, most of the time he sleeps though.
Probably because he's up all night, and I don't know why.
Because I'm up all night going to the bathroom.
Oh. Right. Forgot about that.
And then he barks like a lunatic when I do go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and I sleep through it most of the time, unless it's like I'm just going to sleep or I'm almost waking up and he starts doing it. And I wind up yelling at him. Because he jumped down off the bed and he started yelling.
No, it's just, to clarify, it, again, to reiterate the situation, it is not we are viciously striking our dog. If anyone viciously struck my dog, I'd probably be on them louder than a drill sergeant who just caught his boot without his battle buddy, okay? That is not something I'm going to tolerate.
It did happen once, back when he was still just an itty-bitty baby puppy.
Well, yeah, but it was also on accident.
Oh, no. It was when Graham thought she was training him like Raven.
Oh, yeah, no. She was used to training a big dog, and he's not a big dog.
Yeah, and you yelled at her for it and corrected her on that.
Yeah, well...
You can't train a small dog like a big dog.
You don't train a dog that is less than, like, 10 pounds the same way that you train a 100-pound pit bull. That's not how that works.
No. Especially when he was only, like...
There are certain things that big old pit bull can do that that our little buddy can't do because he's so small and he's so little. And also, conversely, there are some things that he can do that you really don't want your pit bull doing. For example, jumping on your lap all 4 paws first, especially if you're a man.
Oh, yeah. The number of times you've been hit there.
Well, with Magnus, it's not that bad. Back when I used to have Silver back in Arkansas, oh my God, I was so glad when he ended up as an outside dog because he was a lovable little munchkin, but he destroyed everything that he got his teeth on. And then once he got over like 40 pounds, he thought my lap was his home, so that's where he wanted to be all the time, which was fine when he was little. But then he got big. Really big. And it just became to the point where, I still loved him to pieces, but, like, I actually had to build a pen area for him because he just got too big and too pit bull playful for inside. And when the house that you're in is falling apart because, it's been around since the 70s and it's a modular, one of them trailer things that just don't last worth a you-know-what. Because they build them for speed, how fast can we get it built? Not for, longevity. Well, yeah, you kind of... When your 100-pound pit bull falls halfway through the bathroom floor...
Oh, no!
You kind of gotta put him outside because he doesn't have the knowledge to know where not the soft spots were in the house. He didn't know that. Hell, we didn't even know that spot was soft until we had to help him out of it. He got like his rib cage got stuck in it. So it was just his hind end that went right through the wood. So we picked him up out of the hole and we had to put him outside until we could figure out what to do with the hole. And we ended up having to leave him outside because we didn't have any idea as to how to fix the problem until we tried to replace the entirety of the subfloor. And then when we did that, we found out that the rest of the subfloor throughout the whole house was destroyed. And the only thing holding it together was glue and a prayer.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, that trailer we were in Arkansas was, it was a hovel. But it's what we could afford, so it's what we were in. And it's not my mom's fault, and it's not my stepdad's fault that it was like that. It's just like, it's what was on the property, and we couldn't afford, $200,000 to put a new one on it. So, anyway, that's all the frameworking for putting this. I probably shouldn't have done that because now I'm going to have... Oh, no, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just thinking.
Gotcha.
But... I mean, I don't have a problem having an outside dog. Heck, I used to live in Alaska. We used to have dog sledding huskies that we used to have to keep outside because they were dogs. They were for dog sledding. They were my little fuzzy buddies, but they also had a purpose, which was to pull the sleds. So. I think the rest of the stuff is done, and I think I'm almost done streaming for now. I didn't really get much done, but at the same token, the death of the chat is effectively my kind of yeah, it's kind of my big hint that
there's no one in that town.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the only one keeping an eye on it, so I think we're going to call it on the streaming part of it, and I'll do an update video showing off the stuff that I get done when I get it done. It just makes more sense than,
Yeah.
But I hope everyone who watches this later on enjoys their evening. If you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Maybe share this around with your friends. And have a nice day.